So, let me grab this. Zach, can you just go and chat with the... It's on for me, please. Thanks. So yeah, so I just wanted to say, this is part 2, welcome. And that was a great interview. Don't move it too much, just as long as we're both in it. And I just want to say thank you to Zach as well for doing he's been in the background today. He had to get up really early, and he's coming to help filming, and it's all part of his learning. And I'm really happy. I said to him this morning, that, and I've said over the last few days actually, that, well, let me just say actually, Tim pointed out, so on this train, coming past, just that's parked up out there, he said, rethink mental health, didn't it? Balloon Express, that's what he was saying, you know.
Timing,
great
timing. It's all about timing.
Yeah, very much. But I've been saying to him the last few days to Zach about how at his age, because he's 11 years old, and obviously we homeschool, right? So if, say for example, he was at school and they had someone to come in to do a talk to the whole school, and they had someone like Tim Firth come in, then he wouldn't be able to, you know, listen to questions and things like this. He wouldn't be in the same small room with him. Yeah. And you're getting this life experience that you're listening to someone else's life experience and wisdoms and things. So I think it's great for him, and also he's learning the filming side of it, which is good as well. You know? No, the questions that we were asking. But what we'll have to do is, as we get used to it, then you can put a question in there, and then we can ask him the question from an 11-year-old's point of view, maybe, if you want to.
True.
But yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Really enlightening. Really nice
interesting guy. Nice guy. Really engaged in the conversation.
Yes, very much.
Really knowledgeable guy in his field as well. You know.
Yeah, and I think, you know what?
Really grounded. I like really grounded. You know, to be honest with you, I like the way he came dressed. Yeah, you know, just casual, you know, he didn't, you know, really nice, nice bloke, really honest, nice bloke.
I think what it comes across is he seems like he chose, you know, so he could have had all because he mentioned, didn't he, about going a different way and taking away sort of thing, and he could have chosen all the star, the lights, the glitz and the glam, but he's chosen
exactly, and that's exactly, and you can see. He's a genuinely real, grounded individual, grounded human being, you know, and he cares. You can see, and from that quote from his dad, and that was so funny when you mentioned the quote, and he went, "Just so happens," you know, and it's like the joke when you ask someone a question, have you got something, you know, and you go, you know, just happens. But, you know,
I've never had that happen before.
No.
With the quotes, that's what I mean. It's
the quote, but it's just because, but having the quote, pulling out of his wallet and pulling out of his pocket, having it on him, really good, and because that means something to him, you know, he's carrying around. That's really powerful. That is. Really is.
So thank you to Tim Firth.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I just want to say at this point, thank you as well to Avanti for providing this community lounge for us to use today. And thank you to Laura, who is the community champion, and the rest of the team here who made us really welcome. They've all been great. Yeah. And part of what we're trying to do with these weekly shows, we're going to have lots of a guest on every week, aren't we? All different kinds of guests we've got coming, from music people to taxi drivers to TV people to politicians. We've got a really good mix.
Councillors,
councillors. We've got a really good mix coming up, and we're going to have conversations where we're touching on the things that maybe sometimes we don't talk about enough. You know, delving in, and also talking about community, talking about things that are going on in the community. If you've got something that you want to talk to us about, if you want to let us know about something in the community. Oh, I know, thanks. If you want to let us know about something in the community, okay. Sorry, 1 second. It's alright, this is live. This is part of the good thing about being live. No, it was brilliant, honestly, it's worked fine. Thanks, Laura. So that was Laura.
Just checking the announcement. I'll be honest, I haven't noticed
No, I
I've
knew it
noticed
before.
it,
Yeah, I knew it. I could hear it out there. So, so that was Laura then, and she will be coming on as a guest at some point.
Yeah,
I asked her, but she just doesn't want to right now. She says that was really good. So
Yeah,
that was
all right.
good. And the announcements, when we've been doing the tests, you could hear the announcement. You know, train now departing from platform, but we didn't have that today, and that's because there are speakers in here. But Laura sorted it out, so we don't have that. So that's fantastic. One thing I did want to touch on before anything else that came up was about rejection. It couldn't.
You touched on it briefly.
Yeah, because he was talking about. Cause obviously, it must be hard when people are, going through that industry, you know, and they feel rejected. But I think that's related to, all of life, isn't it? In any way, and you can feel. We said a little bit about social media as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Social media, that rejection that especially people can feel now. It's almost like it's got to the point where, you see somebody in the street and maybe that stops people smiling a lot because you feel that if they don't smile back, you're feeling rejected.
Yeah.
It could be on social media that someone put something out there that they want to get noticed because they feel like they need to get that notice to feel better and feel rejected. And in relationships, all sorts of things. As kids, rejection's a massive part of life, isn't it?
It is, and people take it in different ways, don't they? People take it. Some people take it really, really personal, and it's. I mean, we all know what can happen. We've seen it on the news when people get rejected. People using violence because they've been rejected. Rejection it's a tough word. Rejection. It really is, and it's not an easy thing for some people to deal with. Some people deal with it better than us, as life in general, But I'm glad how as I mentioned before with the youngsters, when I see people saying at the age of 18 and 19, this is their last chance, and they don't know what they're going to do. That's that line. They don't know what they're going to do if they don't get through to the next round of a competition or something. I'm thinking that's tough.
Isn't it more normal actually when you're 18? Really, are you really supposed to know what you're going to do? Are you? And isn't that because often I talk about and I think about the machine? So there was this guy because I'd been thinking about it a long time, and there was a guy called Alan Watts or Alan Watt. So he was what you call a philosopher, I suppose, English fella. And I saw something of his once, and he was talking about the machine. So as in this country, you get onto the school, you primary school, and then you sort of are aiming for the next level of school. So then you go to the next school, and then it's aiming for the exams, and then it's aiming for after school and all this. And it's almost like there's no time to learn to be human, and for kids, if they feel, I don't think that 18 years old, you should be knowing. You don't have to.
When in music, when kids are saying they don't know what they're going to do, it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily that they don't. Yeah, it's not necessarily that they don't know what they're going to do. But next, as a job, they really. Music is like everything to them.
And then,
music is like
pressure.
And they're like, they're not thinking that they can go and do a normal job like working as they're doing. They really, and some kids have gone down the wrong way in respect because they don't make any music. Their life just falls apart. So that's what I mean. That worries me when I hear that saying.
I agree.
I mean, I didn't know I knew I always wanted to be involved in music.
Yes, of course.
But I knew that I had to do other jobs. I had to do all kind of different jobs, but be involved in being involved in music. So I knew that.
And you knew that if that opportunity, whatever opportunity it was, like you were talking about for the younger ones, you knew that. If that didn't work out, it's okay.
Yeah.
And what you're talking about now is there's this massive pressure.
Yeah.
And it comes back to this feeling that I feel a lot of kids now feel that unless they are famous, unless they're rich, unless they've got this and this and this, that they feel less than, and that's not true, is it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like with I mean, some kids who have got to get the best grades, you know, they've got to get all the A's and everything like that. Yeah. That's a massive amount of pressure. And some kids who don't get those results, I mean, you've heard the stories of kids who don't get those results. What happens? I don't need to say, but we all know what happens, and it's like, that's too much pressure.
Yeah, massive.
That's too much pressure.
Massive pressure.
And that does affect the state of the mind.
Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, obviously we're two fellas, aren't we? We offer, through It's Good to Talk, we offer peer-to-peer support amongst other things. But it's okay to talk about these things. You don't have to be. There are plenty of experts and qualified people that we are able to read and listen to and watch and learn, and a lot of the things that what you were saying, I agree with so much in the sense that we should be alleviating the pressure. And I don't mean where I think there's a certain amount of pressure you need in life, right, to succeed and to refine, and I mean succeed as a person and yourself. But pressure in children, you know, I think it's the way of yesterday. I don't think that it works.
I'll tell you a funny story. With my grandson, he was at college, and he came to me and he said, "Granddad," he said, "I don't want to go anymore." Yeah. So being a granddad, I just said, "Well, leave." Leave. I said, "If you don't want to go anymore, just if you don't want to do it, just leave anyway." I got into trouble because obviously he goes home and he tells his mom, my daughter, that I said. So my daughter's on the phone to me. Not only that, he goes to college and the teachers, because he's obviously he doesn't want to be there. So the teacher said to him, "Well, if you don't buckle down, you know, and do this, and you're gonna, you know, you're not gonna do it." He said, "Well, my granddad said it's okay." So no, it's not.
Okay. It is okay, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah. That's it. It's my grandson, and if he's not happy,
exactly. It is okay.
You know,
we can't. It's almost like it comes back to that thing. We can't feel like we have to do this to be, you know, to achieve, right?
No.
Can we? So if you're unhappy in something, then you're not. But then also it gives you the opportunity by you being there for him. Yeah. He could then feel to himself, "Do you know what?
Yeah.
He's got my back. So actually, I can really decide now if I do."
And that's the thing is, that's because he knows I had his back. Yeah. He just went, "Well, my granddad said it's okay."
Yeah,
you know? Maybe I could have put it, you know, more diplomatic. You know what I mean? More, you know, in a more, you know.
You said it with love,
but exactly. His well-being is more important to me than any course he's doing at college.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it didn't, you know. So,
I think if you say something with love, but you're saying with true intentions and love, then I don't think you're wrong. You know what I mean? Well, nice one, mate. Honestly, because I've said something similar to my kids. You know, I've said, "Look, if you're not happy about it, then just leave it. It's okay. It's not quitting. You're deciding on something that's not working for you. That's not quitting. That's something very different, isn't it? So one of the things that we wanted to know about was if you know of any community stuff going on locally to us, right? Locally to Runcorn, Frodsham, Widnes, where else is local? All the area really. Yeah. Or if there's anything else as well that you want to touch base with about regarding well-being, mental health, all those aspects. There's plenty of that to cover. We want you to get in touch because we want to try and make it an interactive show. So how we've started off today, we've started off as in the way that we're able to, and then as we go down the line, you know, we could have a runner, we could have Zach doing all the comments and things, and you know, so please get in touch with what you think and how you're feeling. If you want to share something, then please let us know. We will have some different community stuff coming up as we go through the weeks, but today we want to, at the end of every show, at least towards the end anyway, we're going to be doing a little bit of music probably. Yeah. And sometimes we'll include the guests in that as well. So there are some guests we're having on where they're going to, you know, they bring their guitar and then we'll have a bit of a song as well. But with this, so Junior has his own song, which we feel is perfect really for doing this. So we're going to do that in a moment as well. But I thought we would do. We said about doing "Stand By Me" first. Do you want to do that one? Or
We'll do "Stand By Me" first.
I'll tell you what. And while you're tuning up, I will go and refill.
This guitar is not a prop. It's you know, we are going to use it.
Oh, we've had someone out. We've had Kathy. Kathy is a regular contributor.
Oh yeah.
And she says we all have different gifts. The school system is not the way the majority of people learn to measure success or failure. Yeah, exactly. Which is what we're saying, right?
Pardon my ignorance. But I didn't realise we were live. We were live out on Facebook.
Oh yeah. So he's still going. So basically,
right.
He stopped it when Zach stopped it when Tim left.
Right.
But then apart from that, it's all running now.
Right.
The whole time. So it's live.
Right. Okay. Right.
Keep it going, Mike. Okay.
So this, as you can see, this guitar is a crafter, and it's a.
What do you mean? Is that the?
It's made by Crafter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's TC035 make.
What does that mean?
Made in Korea.
Well, it sounds good anyway.
And
it's
I'm tuned down half a step for all you musicians out there. That means I've tuned down from all the strings are normally E, A, D, G, B, E, and I've tuned down to half a step. So now instead of E, this becomes a D sharp, and so on. So that gives the voice, it's early morning, that gives the voice a chance to warm up instead of trying to sing in concert pitch, because the guitar is normally tuned into concert pitch. So we're gonna
we haven't done any vocal warm-ups.
That's why I've tuned down half a step, so that'll help instead of singing right top of the range. It could, yeah.
Okay.
So here we go, and this is we don't own the rights to this song, we must add.
Yes.
So this is a cover of Benny King's "Stand by Me."
Yeah. A classic song.
Yeah.
Beautiful. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand stand by me.
What a voice! What a voice!
Great playing, mate.
What a voice!
Teamwork. He's sat over there.
So
Zach sat over there. He's going to me like when I wasn't singing when you were playing. He's going keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to get me to get in the keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, for the hard work. Yeah,
for the hard work. Yeah. Thanks very much for that, mate.
Oh, brilliant.
So,
brilliant.
you're gonna do this other song. You're gonna do your own.
Yeah. What time are we on now? Right.
Well, I think we could probably get towards the end now if you want.
Yeah.
If there's anything else there's anything else? Obviously, our first show, we're quite flexible on time and stuff, aren't we?
I would just like to mention a couple of things.
Okay.
From what happened last week. What we do as a community.
Yes.
A musical community, raising awareness and food and a little financial support for We Shall Overcome.
Yes. Yeah.
In Halton, in Chester, and basically all around the country. Which we did some stuff last week in Chester. Yeah. Collected quite a bit of food, and collected some money. And
that's fantastic. Mate.
And the Hignity he did it all. And then yesterday, all weekend in West Kirby Live, we did exactly the same thing again. A guy called Tom over there, he organised it all. So this is what's going on all the time. Yeah. Communities putting together, musicians, people pulling together and raising awareness and collectively raising money and collecting food for people. And all these pubs and all these places are giving up their space and all that, and all equipment free.
Yes,
you know, so that's what's happening.
Yeah. Thanks for actually touching on that. So that's We Shall Overcome, and I think that goes out to anybody who's out there now who is doing anything for anybody else. You know, whether it's maybe a neighbour, maybe it's a part of your job that you do things for other people all the time. Maybe you give up your time to help out with a charity or an organisation that helps other people somehow. You know, thank you, genuinely. Because as you were just saying, if we do it together, I think if we all support each other, then no one really has to fall down, do they? No. But even when someone does fall, if we're all there, we can help them up pretty quick. And I think that's a big part of what we all need to do. Yeah. Help each other. And you are not, whatever you might think, you are valuable, because one little word that you say to somebody, one smile that you say to somebody can make such a difference in their day. So never think that you're not valuable, because you 100% most definitely are.
Yeah, I'm just going back. I'm just going to what our friend Steve Goodall said about We Shall Overcome and community and helping each other. If we don't do it, and obviously I can't swear because it's if we don't do it, no one else will. Yeah. We've got to stick together, as we say. Yes. The name of the show. Yeah. Getting on track.
Getting on track together. Yeah.
Together.
Yes, definitely, mate. Definitely.
And that's
Thanks
what.
For putting that. With this song. So this song is called again.
You never know what you got till it's gone.
Which is something we touched on earlier. Really good to think about that, actually. You know, and obviously we talked about it a little bit with Tim, didn't we? Yeah. It's really easy sometimes to look at what you haven't got and to look at this person and to see all the especially this time of year, you know, and all the adverts everywhere. If you watch TV, I try not to do that. You know, and always trying to think that, oh, it could be better if I had this, or it could be better if I was this person, or I was here, and honestly, I think sometimes it helps to really look at, try and flip it round in your head, you know, and try and look at the positives about your situation, who you are, where you are, who's around you. Just one positive. If you're struggling to look for positives in your life, if you can get one, just think of one positive. That's something to build on. That's something like this little step to build on. So I'm really looking forward to hearing this song again, mate. This is our signature tune.
This is called You Never Know What You Got Till It's Gone. never know what you got till it's gone. And the memory lingers on. And through it all, you gotta be strong. Sometimes you feel you can't carry on. Is life supposed to be this way? I'll have tomorrow for today. You think you're there and you got it made. Then all the dreams they start to fade. And all the people that you know, they all say I told you so. So you pick yourself up and you start again. That's when you find out who's your friend. The one who's there when you're feeling bad. Makes you happy when you're sad. You never know what you got till it's gone. And the memory lingers on. You never know what you got till it's gone. And the memory lingers on.
Zach, extra applause. You deserve it. Thanks.
An emotional, eh?
Yeah, beautiful. That's how. When did you feel yourself going into it?
Yeah, it's so hard singing first thing in the morning though, you know, it's like,
yeah, no, it sounded great. Really Are you able to Wednesday? Are you on? You know, it's the last one of the year over at the Tigers.
Wednesday, unfortunately, I'm playing. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, I'm playing another gig. I'm in Allerton on Wednesday night.
Oh,
yeah. I'm playing over there on Wednesday night.
Whereabouts?
But in a Pierre Griff's.
Okay.
Pierre Griff's in Allerton. But it's an early. It finishes about 10 o'clock, I think, normally. So if it finishes at 10 o'clock, I might be able to shoot over. If it, you know.
Well, if you basically, so what I just mentioned was over at It's Good to Talk, we have a collaboration night the first Wednesday of every month, and it's up at the Tiger's Head in Norley.
Yeah.
Great little pub up there.
That's where we met.
Yeah, that is where we met. Yeah. So actually, we haven't actually said, have we? Really?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
I think we a little bit at the beginning, but essentially, yeah. So this place has come to us by the kindness of Avanti and through Laura, the community champion, isn't it? And it used to be the first class lounge. This did. So it's a nice space, isn't it? It's got
nice
all
space,
Wi-Fi,
really is,
heating, comfy sofas and everything. And they changed the use from it wasn't the first class lounge anymore. So Laura, she asked for it to be used for the community, and it's now used for the community. And very, very kindly, we are using it now. We also do on a Friday. We do from 12 till 6 in this room. We do a drop-in space. So 12 midday to 6 p.m. And we've got artwork and brew. You can have a brew for free and come in and have a chat if you want to. But yeah, so Laura came to you, didn't she?
Well, Laura, I don't know who it was. Someone told Laura about me, music-wise, and through that, after meeting Nathan at the Tiger's Head, we'd never clapped eyes each other before, only until a couple of months ago, and it all came together. And as you've always said, you meet certain people in your life for a reason. You know, 100%, and that's how with Laura, with someone telling Laura about me with music and me doing something for the Jubilee, and Laura telling me about this space, and then me meeting you, and then next thing you know, knowing Tim, and here we are. We're it's
Well, actually,
good
it's funny.
to talk
It is good
together.
to talk. It is very much, right? And it's funny that because I do touch on that a lot, and I do feel that, and I've seen that over the last couple of years of my life, definitely. The sort of how it's all weaved, and the right people, seeing the right people at the right time in the right place. Obviously, having to make the choices, you know. But Tim Firth is a classic example. So I couldn't get hold of Tim Firth, and I thought he would be great to. I didn't know about this then because this wasn't even a thing.
No.
So I do a men's group over in Frodsham, in the town where I live, and I thought Tim would be great to get in and do. You know, I wonder if he'd come and do a little talk or Q&A.
Yeah.
So I put the feelers out there, and I had a friend who knew someone who knew him, this sort of thing, and got me an email address for his agent and what have you.
Yeah.
And I just thought, right, okay, don't worry about it. If it'll happen at the right time. So then I was walking through the park one day, months later, and then I walked past a woman, and I thought, is that his wife? And I thought, yeah. So I went back and got her, and then spoke to her. She listened to me for a few minutes. Yeah. And then so this is, and then she put him in touch, and then here we are.
And the funny thing about it is that I've always wanted to do something in respect of a community group. I've talked a bit for years to certain people and to my wife, and I wanted to do something community-wise for mental health, well-being, and addiction.
Yes.
But I didn't know where I was going to do it, how it was going to happen, and then meeting you, who was already doing it, doing stuff, was absolutely perfect to start something, to get something and to get the space, and meeting Laura to get the space to start something, to get something going.
It was supposed to
happen because I'd have never been able, because I didn't really know
from both ways.
How to go about doing it. You know, how to start it, who would be interested, and I just didn't know how to do it. You know, because I just play this thing and sing some tunes now and again, you know. So
but I think you also have this. We touched on it before. You do have this, a way of being with people. So when people are around you, you're a nice person to be around, you know, and that's a good thing.
It has been like normal, isn't it? It's a bit, I don't very normal, you know. I don't like using that word normal, but just being you, just being you know. But meeting you and being able to, you already having the ideas and something going already. If you just naturally fall into place, it's absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant, and I just hope that the community and people really see it for what it is and engage, you know, and let us know issue, and that's another word, issues. It's another word that I don't like using. You know, issues or anything that they want to talk about, and as you say, let's not. You know, who knows what we could, how we could help in a small. If you could help one person, that's
I always, I say that a lot, don't I? I work on the basis of one person.
Yeah.
So because it's not a business, it's not about making money. It's every person's, very, very valuable.
Yeah.
And then on top of that one person that you reach, then it's the ripple effect in their life as well. So I wanted to just quickly say about the Tiger's Head. So that's this Wednesday coming. And it's an open minds collaboration night. It's the last one of 2022. So it should be Christmassy, should hopefully be a great night. Acoustic as well. And you can play, you can sing, you can play whatever instrument you want really, as long as it's acoustic. And also you can share, if you want to share some poetry that you've written or a bit of your story, you can do a bit of that as well. And there will be a space set aside as well for anybody, if you want to have a chat, a bit quieter. Then we'll have a space set so you can have a quiet chat if you want to get anything off your chest, or you just need somebody to talk to for a bit. That's fine too. But over and above, music is brilliant for us, good for the soul, good for the mind, and the community side of it as well. So the Tiger's Head in Norley, that's on this Wednesday, and then Friday we've got the drop-in space in here at Runcorn Station. Was there anything else you wanted to catch up on with that?
No, I just want to say as well, I'm no expert. I'll just go to that. I'm no expert on anything. I'm not even an expert on me as a person. But one thing I'm just like helping in any way I can with anything that if
That's
someone
what we're here
people
for.
want to talk about stuff and all that. And I haven't got I haven't got the answers to anything. I haven't got no answers to no solutions or anything. It's just talking about it and see to I don't want to. I'm not. It's not about giving people advice and make them think that they can do stuff. It's just about talking and, as you said, getting stuff off your chest. That's all it's about. If someone could be living on their own or what and have no one to talk to, and if you don't want to, as you said, if you don't want to talk on this, you could talk. We could sit somewhere else and talk. So it's not about like what's what I'm trying to say. Giving you advice on stuff. I'm no expert, on anything. It's just
we couple it with it's peer to peer. So that's basically people helping other people in whatever way it is. And right now you're helping us if you're watching this. And you're helping us to reach out and just enjoy ourselves, really. Fantastic.
That's it.
What we did talk about down the line at some point. No pun intended for the tractor. Down the line, at some point, we'd like to, when this is all steamrolling, is to get people in here as well, so you can come in and watch it while we record it.
That'd be great. A live audience. That'd be great.
So we have got as well. We've got your friend.
Yeah, we've got my friend next, Phil, and I've got to send him the question as well.
Yes,
I've got my friend Phil Potter on next Monday. I'm meeting him tomorrow for coffee. So I'll take the questions.
Fantastic.
To him. I'm meeting him and his dad tomorrow. We meet every week for a coffee with his dad. His dad, who is 90 and still going strong. So he's on next week. And Phil is a former lecturer, and he's played rugby. He's been a black belt in karate or Shotokan or something like that. So he's a very knowledgeable man, and he's a really nice fella. That my first lad that I met when I came back to England. First person my age. We're now in our 60s.
How old were you then?
I was 18, going 19, and he was 17.
So it goes back a bit.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
Look forward to that.
He's here. He's a big Hawkwind fan. If anyone knows Hawkwind,
Is that
it's a band. He's an expert in Hawkwind. He loves it.
There you go. So anyone who's, please get in touch, or maybe Google between now and then as well. A massive part of guests. What we want to do is get real stories, real people's real lives, what people want to share, obviously. But it's about relatability and realising that how much of this stuff that we go through is something that we all go through. Just because we don't talk about things doesn't mean that we don't share some of the same problems. So that's good for me. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Zach, are you ready to end the?
Thanks for tuning in and listening.
Thank you so much. Just wait, Zach. You have to wait until, because this is the first time we've done this. So I'm not trying to order Zach around. He's done amazing. I just need to make him aware. So Zach, when we both say, okay, the final, like goodbye, and I'll give you a thumbs up. That's when you press the button. Okay. So yes, I want to say thank you again to Avanti. Thank you to Laura. Thank you to Junior. Thank you to Tim for coming along and giving his time up as well and enlightening us with his conversation. It was amazing. And thank you to you guys for watching. Whenever it is you're watching, we'll be uploading the audio as well, just audio at some point. Thank you very much. It has been good. Getting on track together. Nearly forgot that. And don't forget, it's good to talk.
Always.
So thank you very much, and see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.